Limbus Company fans! Today we actually have a new content update for Mirror of Immortality, which is going to be the new Mirror Dungeon for this season. So, greetings, dear manager. The new content Mirror Dungeon number 6, Mirror of Immortality, will be added with the July 3rd, 2025 update. So, this is coming in basically 3 days. Insane. Alright, so the date after the 25/7/3 schedule updates, you need to have cleared main story 2.19 to have access to it. With the introduction of Mirror Dungeon number 6, Mirror Dungeon 5, Mirror of the Dreaming will be closed. Echo Gives Theme Pack Companion recorded from Mirror Dungeon 5 will not be reset. Only the normal difficulty will be added with the schedule update, so for the hard difficulty, we'll have to wait for a later date. We'll get a notice in the future. The maintenance will last for approximately 2 hours, and rewards for Mirror Dungeon runs that remain incomplete before July 3rd will become inaccessible with the progress reset, so please claim rewards before the scheduled maintenance begins. Makes sense. Mirror of the Dreaming, achievement progress and rewards will become unavailable when Mirror of Immortality is updated. Please take note of this information to claim rewards before July 3rd scheduled maintenance. Makes sense. Entering the dungeon as it has been previously does not cost any resources. However, you can spend Enkephaline modules at the end of your exploration to receive rewards. Same as always. Major changes. Mirror Dungeon battles are now by default 7 Sinner battles increased from the previous 6. So this is similar to the last canto we just had, where the combats are with 7 Sinners instead of 6. Very, very nice. It's been what we've been experiencing lately, so this is great. Starlight bonuses will now be replaced. Starlight bonuses replace the rest bonuses. You can gain Starlight from the following sources. Mirror Dungeon, spending Enkephaline modules to claim Mirror Dungeon rewards yield Starlight. Extracting a newly released identity or ego for the first time within a certain time period yields Starlight. Obtaining them via Iseng exchange also yields the same amount of Starlight. Obtaining the newly released identity or ego from the dispenser does not yield Starlight. So this is very interesting, because this means that if you just use the dispenser, which is what I personally do, I almost never pull on a banner, you do not get Starlight. However, obtaining the identity or ego in question from extractions or using exchange for the first time after obtaining them from the dispenser will yield a Starlight, just as described above. Okay. Additionally, content to spend Starlight on will be added. Theme Pack Observation, search and select a theme park of your choice by spending Starlight. However, please note that the selectable theme pack pool is limited to what is available from your current floor and difficulty. Theme Pack Observation, fee rises with every use. Search and selecting a new previously not accessed theme pack costs 50% more Starlight. Wishmaking, spend Starlight to improve your fusion chains. Wishmaking fee does not rise with each use. Depending on the number of ego gift used for the fusion chains can rise up to 99.99%. Very unlikely to actually fail. Now, while the extraction might be a bit for most people, because I feel like a lot of people just save for Valpokesnacht and they only use the dispenser, you can still obviously get them by just clearing the Mirror Dungeon the last time. By spending Enkephaline modules, you will be able to get some Starlight for the next run, so that's still good. Major change. Two new EX grade ego gifts are added. They require special steps to obtain. Keywords have been added to certain keywordless ego gifts. Bleed for layered bandages and crystallized blood. That makes sense. I was always wondering why layered bandages was not a bleed one. Tremor, blood, sweat, and tears made to order. Warning notice, Snuff Lantern, Shadow Monster, Sinking, Haunted Shoes, / will warn healed. 7 cost obtained from combat encounters will be increased across the board, so we'll be getting more cost. Creating your team. In normal difficulty, your identity levels will be fixed to 55. In hard difficulty, which will arrive at a later update, your actual identity levels will be reflected, so this is the same as always. Your current uptime and ego threat speeding tiers will be reflected in the Mirror Dungeon, just as it was in the previous Mirror Dungeons, obviously, so no change here for the creating the team. Now, Starlight bonus system replaces the rest bonus system. Starlight bonus can be gained in the same way as the rest bonuses. Upon clearing a Mirror Dungeon run, the Starlight bonus for all identities slotted in at the start of the dungeon will be reset to 0. All identities that were not a part of the team will gain 1 Starlight bonus bar. Identities swapped into the team during the Mirror Dungeon run will not lose nor gain Starlight bonuses. Okay. Unlike Mirror of the Dreaming, in which only the current Steam rest bonus could be used to purchase Grace of Stars, in Mirror of Immortality you can use any Starlight obtained from Mirror Dungeon runs or extraction as well, in addition to Starlight bonuses. So basically, that just means that we get additional bonus to our amount of Starlight that we can spend. So that's great. Major change. With the addition of the Starlight system, the following changes will be added. Various in-game UI, including the Mirror Dungeon's entrance, that includes a view of your Starlight reserve. Every identity will gain maximum Starlight bonus with the Mirror of Immortality update, maximum of 5 per identity. So basically that means that when the new update comes in, everybody will be fully rested Newly added identity will become Starlight Retention Units, which means they won't spend any Starlight bonus when clearing mirror dungeons. This is the same as always, never change. Starlight Rewards. The following are ways to increase the amount of Starlight gain upon clearing a mirror dungeon run. Clearing at higher floors gives more Starlight. Clearing in hard difficulty gives more Starlight. Clearing Refraction Railway Theme Pack gives more Starlight. Select Starlight Encounter Reward cards to gain additional Starlight. Higher Starlight bonus in Team Loadout window gives better Starlight multiplier. Interesting. Interesting. So the Starlight Encounter Reward will be a new card reward. Very cool. Therefore, it may feel as though the amount of Starlight obtainable in normal difficulty is relatively small. Because the amount of Starlights obtainable in normal difficulties may feel relatively small, and to allow for every manager to make use of the Starlight system, a certain sum of starting Starlight will be given out to all managers. New managers will also gain a sum of starting Starlight upon unlocking the Mirror of Immortality. Intent. In the previous Mirror dungeon, the play's option was limited by the fact that the only way to use a full set of Grace of Stars was to slot an entire team of identities with fully charged rest bonuses, which means that they were forced to run a rotation of different teams. This means that even upon gaining a new rest bonus retention identity, they could not run the same team multiple times because the rest of the team's rest bonus would be reset to 0. Therefore, we'll be adding the Starlight system with the Mirror of Immortality update to reduce the importance and pressure of the rest bonus system. Starlight can be gained every time a Mirror dungeon is completed. Even more Starlight can be gained if the player maxes out their Starlight bonuses, chooses a hard difficulty run, and progress to a high floor. With this new system, as the player gains more and more Starlight bonuses and Starlight from Mirror dungeon runs, subsequent Mirror dungeon runs will become increasingly accessible. Also, if a large amount of Starlight has been amassed, players can now run multiple runs with the same team loadout. Great! Grace of the Immortal Star. The Grace of the Dreaming Star will be replaced with Grace of the Immortal Star. From Grace of the Immortal Star, you can obtain Grace of Stars with special effect by spending Starlight. Major change. When purchasing Grace of Stars, you can choose to spend beyond the Starlight bonus provided by your team from the reserved of own Starlight. Makes sense, since we have new ways to gain Starlight. If you have remaining Starlight after purchasing Grace of Stars, you will be given an option to convert them to cost to be used in the Mirror Dungeon, or obtain it as a reward after clearing the Mirror Dungeon. If you don't purchase the Grace of Stars, you can obtain the remaining sum of Starlight either from Starlight bonuses or your team or the base sum as reward upon clearing the Mirror Dungeon run. We're currently working to add Grace of Star Starlight spending cap removal and Grace of Star boost with the July 10th schedule update, which is going to be a week after. We'll inform you via notice when it is added. Fair enough. Starting Ego Gift. Upon entering the Mirror Dungeon, the players will be presented with Ego Gift's keyword category to choose from. Starting Ego Gift are fixed for each keyword, and you can select as many Ego Gifts as you are allowed to select within each category. Also, the Ego Gift of the keyword category you select here will appear more frequently during the Mirror Dungeon run. This is the same as always, doesn't seem to be changed. Maybe the Ego Gift in here will be changed themselves. It doesn't feel like it has changed, though, from what I can see. I feel like it's the same as before, but I could be wrong. Now, selecting Theme Pack. Select the dungeon theme to explore upon entering a new floor. Choose a theme pack by selecting the pack of your choice and dragging them downward. This hasn't changed. Major change. Theme Pack Observational Search function will be added. Using this function, you can spend Starlight to search for, select a theme pack of your choice. However, please note that the selectable theme pack pool is limited to what is available from your current floor and difficulty. Theme Pack Observation fee rises with every use, so basically it seems to cost 30 at base, and then it probably goes up to 50, 80, 120, etc, etc. So you probably want to make sure that you don't spam that too much, otherwise you're gonna burn through your Starlight very, very quickly. Theme Pack costs 50% more Starlight. Searching and selecting a new previously not accessed. So you can actually search for a specific one that you have never seen before. Very cool. Major change to encounters. Cost obtained from combat encounters will be increased across the board. Required coin value for certain choices event will be adjusted. I command this from 14 or higher to 11 or higher, 14 or higher, 11 or higher. Basically, this just makes this one easier for the Heavenly Command Scribe. So great. You can spend your cost, no changes. Major change. Wish-making option has been added. Spend Starlight to improve your fusion chances. So if you don't want to have 10% chance to fail here, you can just spend some amount of Starlight to guarantee it to 99.99. You can still fail, but the chances are very infinitely small. Now, major change for the reward cards. With the addition of the Starlight system, encounter rewards card that gives us Starlight returns to the pool. Considering the change of the Starlight system, this card will now yield more Starlight than it did before. Great! 10 out of 10. You can see here, get additional 8 to 10 Starlight upon clearing the Mirror Dungeon. This is nice. This is only a level 3 one, so we can assume there's going to be some higher rarity cards of this type. Select Echo Gift and mounting trials upon each floor completion. Clear the floor to gain an Echo Gift of your choice. Selecting an Echo Gift will give you its linked mounting trials. An enemy level up effect. In hard difficulty, you will gain 2 Echo Gifts at once, but this means that you will also have to select 2 mounting trials at enemy level up effects as well. If you guys don't know, when you're playing hard difficulty, if you pick 2 mounting trials that are +2, you actually get a free Echo Gift as well afterward, which is kind of nice. So you get 3 Echo Gift if you do that, but obviously you make enemies stronger. Echo Gift, major changes. 2 new EX grade Echo Gifts have been added. They require a special step. Dude, I think this is the pile of leaves that he was gathering when he was a kid. That's kind of crazy for Hongmu. Keywords have been added. We saw that earlier. A certain Echo Gift will be adjusted further with the July 10th updates, so we'll have to wait for that. Major change. A new choice event to obtain an EX grade Echo Gift will be added. Exploration complete. And we can see here that it's going to be a major overhaul to the UI. With the addition of the Starlight system, new information regarding Starlight will be added to the Exploration Completed menu. So basically, we'll get another tab where we can see everything here, or just be added up there. So that's pretty cool. And you can see, like, how much you had before, how much you gained, how much you expended, and your new amount. Pretty cool. So here, this is just a recap of what we saw before, the different ways to get them. And now we get at the July 3rd Mirror of Immortality update, extracting a newly released item TRGO for the first time with a certain time period will yield Starlight, which is what they already said, so I'm not going to go over it again. Basically, this is looking pretty good. I'm very excited for the new Mirror Dungeon. Let me know what you guys think. Are you looking forward to this? Do you enjoy this new Starlight system? I feel like overall it will just make it better for like team building for the Mirror Dungeon, because you won't have to always like fit in some characters you haven't played before and all that good stuff. So I think overall it's pretty good, and I'm excited to get a new challenge here. So I like it a lot. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was an enjoyable video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.